It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Welcome to the morning show on XL7-TV. I'm Bob Rechtenwald. This is Scooter.
Whoop, whoop.
Scott Callies.
How are you this morning?
It's Friday.
It's a beautiful day. It is. It's nice, a little cool outside. Not bad. Nice day.
But it's Friday.
And it's Friday. Woohoo!
Oh, boy. Friday.
Friday's a good day.
Mm-hmm.
Friday is a good day.
The excitement of the weekend is upon us.
It is. It's right there.
Not that Friday means anything, but yeah.
It just means you get to start mowing more.
Well,
Longer
it's
days.
going to be raining tomorrow in the morning when I'd like to start mowing. Then got things in the
When did that
afternoon
stop
to
you?
do. It's a little, after yesterday's rain, it's a little soft.
Yeah, I could get it.
There's some areas it's a little soft.
You go out there and start leaving tracks through the yard, they're not going to be too happy.
Yeah, it doesn't tear up the grass a whole lot, but it leaves a mud trail.
Yeah.
And
That stays there.
Yeah, until the next time you mow.
Yeah.
Because all it does is grow with the grass.
Yeah.
Yeah, folks don't like that too much.
No. I've been there.
You've done that?
I've been there, done that.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And you got a muddy T-shirt out of the deal?
Oh, more than once.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you got to mow, you got to mow.
How's the fence project coming?
It is coming. We've got the last of the gates done, and we got almost that wall done. So all we're going to have is one wall left, and it's just a straight wall, no gates, no nothing. Then I'll be done.
Half hour's work?
Oh, I wish. It's a long wall.
Oh, it's a long wall.
It's a long wall.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Government project?
Yeah. Yeah. We did work some on it yesterday. Got a little bit wet, not too bad, but we got the gates done, which made me happy.
Yeah.
Those take time. So now we just fly and go.
Fly and go.
Yeah.
Plop, plop, air nailer.
Yep.
Tink, 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 tink.
Yep.
And the neighbors love you.
Well, they're building a house right next door where we're working.
Oh, so your noise is disguised.
Yeah, ours isn't nearly as loud as theirs are.
That's a good thing.
But it's looking nice. It'll be nice when it's all done.
Cool. That's good. Anything else exciting going on in your world?
Not a whole lot.
When's college graduation for the little princess?
It is. I know it's in May. I don't know. I go up.
Oh,
I gotta
come
go
on,
up,
Dad.
I got to go up Monday. I know she's got this honors thing where she's receiving a high honor thing. So I'm running up there on Monday to be there for her through that. But I don't know. I got to look at the dates. I get them all mixed up.
When's high school graduation, Dad?
I don't even know.
Oh,
It's
my
in
gosh.
May.
When's May, Dad?
Coming up next month.
Monday.
Monday, May 1st is when I'm going down to Kelly's thing. Yeah. Good call. I deal with 1 week at a time. Don't be going into next week. You're messing me up.
Yeah, for goodness sake, don't go into next month,
Yeah.
right?
I'm good for 1 week at a time.
What day is it?
It's 28th today. It's Friday.
Oh, it's Friday. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll just make sure I brought you back
I'm
to the right
good.
page.
I'm good. I'm not dealing with next week.
All right, there you go. Morning Prayer is brought to you by Roller Funeral Home of Arkansas with 29 locations to serve you, one in Memphis, Tennessee. Renata Jenkins-Byler and her staff do a wonderful job. With all our respect is not just their motto, it's the way they treat everyone that does business with them. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Home. If you don't know where the closest Roller Funeral Home is to you, give them a call at 870-425-2161. They'll be glad to let you know. With 29 locations to serve you, there's got to be one close to you. And now the morning prayer. Lord, we just pray that you will give some peace and calmness to our area, Lord. There's a high contention election coming up, Lord, and the name calling and mudslinging and all the garbage that goes with an election has hit our local area. And Lord, we just pray that you will be with those people that are doing those things and let them know that may be the way it was where you came from, but it's not the way it is here. We love that you have come, but we just pray that you will leave your politics behind. Lord, we just pray that you will open some eyes and give them some guidance. Don't care which way you vote, yes or no, just vote. And because your voice needs to be heard in this situation. Lord, we just pray that you will be with the students that are wrapping up their school year and getting ready to partake in life as we know it. And Lord, that everything is not just a bed of roses and handed to them. Lord, they are now about to enter the world of work. So we just thank you for who you are and what you do for us in our lives, Lord. We just pray that you will lead, guide, direct us, bless us, and keep us. And in Christ's name, amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Home of Arkansas. With all our respect, Highway 5 North, just past Hospital Drive. Look for the biggest American flag you've probably ever seen. Pull in there, talk to them about pre-planning, mausoleums, funeral services, cemetery plots, and such. Roller Funeral Home. Now it's time for a quick word from Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z-Team, Century 21 LeMac Realty. 870-405-0793 is their number. Retiredtoarkansas.net is their website. Be back in just a moment.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z-Team.
Welcome back. It's time for the weather, the dam reports, lake levels, brought to you by Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z-Team, Century 21 LeMac Realty here in Mountain Home. 870-405-0793 is their number. Retiredtoarkansas.net is their website. Go there, click on live views, and you get to see today a beautiful shot.
Boy, the water seems dirty. All that rain.
All that rain, all that runoff from the hillsides, all that pollen getting knocked off the leaves.
Yeah.
That'll add a little green touch to anything. What you're looking at is a shot from Marion County, Arkansas, back into Baxter County, Arkansas. That's the city of Cotter. The city baseball field is there in front of you. The old Railroad Museum. The Contractor's Trust is off to the right. Rainbow Bridge is off to your left, backed up by the Trellis Bridge for the railroad tracks. Way to your left would be the city of Bull Shoals. Way to your right would be the city of Mountain Home. Straight ahead, as far as you can see, that'd be the state of Missouri. About 1 o'clock is the Witch's Hat Water Tower. Give me another shot here. And now you can tell that that's actually a live shot because that water is just moving. You look really close, you can see all the ripples. Just God's country is what we call that. If you want to see what's available in God's country for you, go to retiredtoarkansas.net, click on MLS listings, see what's available. If something there tickles your fancy and you might be interested in looking at it in person, give Bob and Linda Zdora a call at 870-405-0793. They'll be glad to help you. And I'm going to read through some temperatures while that scrolls around a little bit. Look at that color of that grass, Scooter.
Mm-hmm. That is some bright green.
Looks like dead presidents to me. In Mountain Home, it's 53. Harrison's 52. Batesville's 55. Yellville is 54. Marshall is 52. Salem is 51. Mountain View, Arkansas is 52. Calico Rock, 53. West Plains, Missouri is 51. Springfield, Missouri, 49. Poplar Bluff, Missouri, 54. St. Louis, Missouri is 53. There's that Witch's Hat Water Tower. You can see it a little bit better in this shot. That's an old City of Cotter Water Tower. Then there's a new tower behind that. You see it?
Yep.
That's a radio tower. By golly. And I think they actually added some cell phone stuff to that as well. And knocked me off early today, so I'm going to have to reboot that. There's the railroad depot. And yes, folks, they still bring trains in and out of there on a daily basis.
There's a train right there.
Yeah. You ever heard one pull out of there, loaded?
I haven't over there, no.
Oh, it's funny. It's shoo, shoo, shoo. Then it finally gets going real good. It's kind of neat. Sounds funny. And here's the radar. Looking at across the United States, there's some rain in Oklahoma Panhandle, up in Kansas through the middle of the state. Nebraska's got a little bit in the mid-eastern portion of the state, and Iowa's got some rain as well. A little bit of snow followed up over in south Colorado. Would you like to have some of that?
Nope.
Nope.
I'm good.
Taking the zero. All right.
I'll wait until winter.
We're going to zoom back into the state of Arkansas. There's some rain headed this direction later on this afternoon. It may dissipate before it gets here, but right now from Rogers to Blytheville, from Jonesboro to Fayetteville, Fort Smith to Conway, Little Rock, Hot Springs, Pine Bluff, Texarkana to Greenville, Mississippi. The state of Arkansas is clear right now and should stay that way until about 1 o'clock, and then we're going to get a little bit of rain, I think. You never know, though. The Weather Service is the only people get paid for being wrong most of the time. Looks like we've got a dense fog advisory up in northwest Arkansas and northeastern Arkansas as well. Other than that, there's no big watches and warnings for our area, so we're going to just move right along. 7-day forecast looks like this. Today, patchy fog, then a slight chance of thunderstorms. 70 is the high temperature. Chance of thunderstorms, then thunderstorms. Low of 52 tonight. Chance of storms tomorrow, high of 67. Mostly clear on Saturday, low of 44. Sunday, sunny and breezy, high of 65. Clear and breezy, then clear, low of 41 Sunday night. Monday is going to be high of 67 and sunny. Mostly clear Monday night, low of 43. Tuesday, going to be sunny and high of 71. Let's look at Tuesday night, low of 43. Sunny, high near 75 degrees on Wednesday. And Thursday, 20% chance of showers, high near 77. So Monday we've got Tuesday we have senior night for a bunch of sports. We'll talk about that in a bit, but it looks like it's going to be good weather. Pollen count and allergies. Looks like tree pollen is high today, low tomorrow, high on Sunday. Moderate grass pollen today, moderate tomorrow, high on Sunday. Ragweed low today, none and none. I don't know. It seems there's a trend there. It seems like every today and ragweed is low, and then the next 2 days is none. Again, the pollen people are just like the weatherman. They get paid to be wrong. Lake levels and dam reports. Lake Norfolk, 554.54, which is 2.54 above full pool. They currently have nothing generating at this time. They didn't say anything about...
Well, they got it down, though. I mean, we're lower than we've been the last 2 years this time.
They didn't say anything about floodgates being open, so there may still be some floodgates open, but they are not generating at this time. Lake Bull Shoal, 666.11, which is 7.11 above full pool of 659. They're currently generating 2. They did not say anything about floodgates there either, so they may have them shut off, or they're just not letting us know. If you want to check that for yourself, give them a call at 431-5311. That's the lake levels, dam reports, and the weather update brought to you by Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z-Team, Century 21 LeMac Realty. 870-405-0793 is their phone number. Retiredarkansas.net is their website. These are realtors you would recommend to your friends. They're busy, but never too busy to help you. You're watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll be back in just a moment.
Hi, Brett, Fritz, and Paisley here at Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road. We sell Ferris zero-turn mowers that have patented coil spring suspension. Mower Warehouse has the largest selection of Ferris zero-turn mowers in stock. 0% financing available. We buy, sell, trade, new and used mowers. Mower Warehouse also services all brands of mowers. We offer free delivery. Come see us for all your mower needs. That's Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road in Mountain Home, where your business is appreciated.
Have you?
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for community news and happenings brought to you by Mower Warehouse in Mountain Home, Highway 178 East, about a quarter mile from the bypass, just after Buzzard Roost Cutoff Road. Mower Warehouse has mowers everywhere, inside, outside, upstairs, downstairs, in the backyard, in the front yard, in the buildings. They've got mowers.
Everywhere you turn, there's mowers.
They've got them. The sales and service there, you can go check out the service department. If you're looking for parts, they've got them. Instead of ordering something from eBay or from Amazon, I would give them a call at Mower Warehouse and see if they've got what you need before you spend the money on shipping. Time for some quick community news and happenings. The Hiram Shaddix Medicaid Awareness event is going on today, a community event on healthcare decision-making, Medicaid benefits requirements, April 28th, which is today, from 11 to 2 at 1100 Pine Tree Lane here in Mountain Home. Question and answer session will start at 12:30 with Arkansas Asset Protection Group. Lunch and beverages will be provided. For more information, contact Jennifer Begley at 870-485-5555. 404-2444, or Jordan Stevenson at 870-706-1797. Carter Trout Festival, the 21st annual, is coming up next weekend on May the 6th from 10 in the morning till 9 at night. We'll talk more about that on Monday and give you some more information on that, but it's going to be a great event. It's the 21st annual First Security Bank Carter Trout Festival. Kick Cancer in the Bass is coming up. We'll start talking about that a little bit more next week. And let's see if there's any actual news that we need to bring up before we boogie off of here. No.
Nope, no news.
Doesn't look like it. Some sports news, but we'll talk about that here after a while. I really don't see that there's anything that we need to bring up on here. Anything that you got there, Scooter?
Not a whole lot.
Anybody text you any community events that they want us to
No,
talk
I
about?
got one, but it's off a little bit. I'll be printing it out. We'll be talking about it next month.
Sounds good.
So
That's been Community News and Happenings, brought to you by Moore Warehouse of Mountain Home, Highway 178, Buzzard Roost Cutoff Road, about a quarter mile from the bypass. Go check them out for all your mower needs, parts, sales, service. They carry Ferris mowers with the fancy little shock absorbers in the front.
yep, those big old springs up front.
You're watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. It's time for This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zdora. We'll be back in just a little.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
There we go.
SOLAR solar panels. SOLAR solar panels. Well, all you need to do is call the solar guys. You'll smile and save money on the next sunrise. SOLAR solar panels.
Call the Solar Guys, your local solar experts. Find out how you can save money on the next sunrise.
SOLAR solar panels.
All you've ever wanted was a place to write your story. You hear it's not the right time to buy or sell a house, but really, the best time is when it's right for you. The real estate markets, they change, they go up, they go down. One thing that doesn't change is where you want to be in your life. The professionals you team up with will make your story happen. The Z Team are the professionals you need to hire for your next chapter. So call the Z Team at 870-405-0793, Century 21 LeMac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East, retiredtoarkansas.net.
Welcome back to The Morning Show on XL7-TV. It's time for This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zdora. How are you, sir?
I'm good. You?
You know, it's just a wonderful day.
Every day's a holiday, every meal's a feast. That's what my platoon sergeant used to tell me in MCRD San Diego.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
And you believed him?
I did.
You didn't have much choice.
No, I didn't. That's why we believed him. When you have one source of information, that's the one you have a tendency to believe.
It just sits right there next to the gospel, right?
That's right.
How's the real estate world?
It's still moving. Houses are selling. Stuff is coming up. The number of homes that have gone under contract this week, the number of pendings are up. It's still, people want to come here. And that's been good. The interest rates have affected some. It slowed some people down, but there's other people coming in with cash. You're coming in with enough money that have, could help soften the blow of the monthly payments, and that's going to making a difference for some. There's going to be some changes with Fannie and Freddie Mac. I think it's May 1st. It's going to change.
Oh, that's the sorriest thing I ever heard.
I'm dumbfounded, and that they can just do that by fiat is amazing to me. But it is what it is.
And what we're talking about
is they're going to change the funding and the fees that you pay for a Fannie Mae or a Freddie Mac, which is like 85% of the mortgages are backed by them. If you have really good credit and you've worked hard all your life trying to better yourself.
I understand how he's saying this. If you have really good credit, now we're going to penalize you.
Exactly. You're going to pay a higher fee to get that mortgage than someone who has a not so good credit, and they're going to pay less. And so you're going to subsidize if you've worked hard all your life and done the right thing all your life and kept that credit score that everybody says, oh, you got a good credit score, you're golden. Now those who don't have, who kind of foo-foofed and lollygagged and don't have such good credit, they're going to pay less of a fee to obtain those loans.
Now, it's not a percentage of the interest rate. It's an actual
fee.
Yeah, it's a percentage of the overall as a fee.
Right.
And from what I understand, if you have a credit rating of 680 or higher, you will be affected in this fee.
Right.
680 and lower, 679 or below, you get a lesser fee.
Right. That's exactly what it is.
Which is totally opposite of what it should be.
Exactly. Because I guess they forgot what happened in 2008 when they were giving people mortgages that they shouldn't have been getting. Mm-hmm. And that caused that whole fiasco came from that, giving people. And then people get caught up in foreclosures start to go up. I mean, there's a number of bad things that happen, and it's things that people carry with them then for the rest of their lives.
The Equality in Loaning Act or some crazy name like that.
And it's not equality. Equality has nothing to do with it.
But it's absolutely nuts. It's totally opposite of what we've been taught all our lives about doing right, keeping your bills paid, and doing what you're supposed to do, and you'll be rewarded in the end. And now they flipped that. The better you work and the harder you fight to get a good credit score over 650, it doesn't really help you.
No, because historically, the higher your credit rating was, the easier it was for you to negotiate the loan amounts. So when we talk about the rates when they were 3%, 4%, 5%, 6% that they are now, even a 6.5% loan, that's 6.5% is based on somebody having it being in the 700s credit. Mm-hmm. Not everybody can just walk in and get a 6.5% loan. If you're down in that 600s, you're not going to get a 6.5. You're going to pay 7, 8, 9, depending upon what your credit history is, because the banks are there to protect their money. We say that you're buying the house, but in actuality, the bank owns the house. That's what a mortgage is, and that's where we talk about the importance of being able to pass an appraisal. What the appraiser says when they come in and they say the house is worth, they're working for the bank, and there's a lot of back of the house stuff that we really don't think about. We think about it all the time, but the average person doesn't think about it as they're going forward. They just go to the bank, they talk to Alan Moore. He says, yeah, we can get you a mortgage, we can get it for you at this percent, boom, we're good to go. They don't think about somebody behind Alan who's going, okay, now they're going to be able to repay us this, right? We're not just buying them this house. Send your appraiser out, how much is this house worth? Just in case something unforetold happens to these people and they can't fulfill their obligation over 30 years, what are we going to be able to do about that? Are we going to be able to get our money back? And that's what that's all about.
You've been doing this a long time. In your remembrance, how many of the loans or homes that you sell do the people put on a 15-year mortgage versus a 30-year mortgage? Do you see much of that?
Not as much. People will generally, even if they could take a 15, they're not getting that much of a break on it. They'll take the 30, and they'll either double their payments and be able to do that and pay it down faster. But that way, just in case something does happen and they decide we want to take it. We always wanted to go to Rome. We're going to go. They can do that and just make their regular mortgage payments for a little while they pay off the other trip, and then start to double up again. Whereas if you're on that 15-year, you're committed to that much of a mortgage every month. It kind of limits how much extra income you may have. I mean, everybody's income situation is different, but so you're better to take, and you're writing off the interest. There's some benefit to that as well. And you just make extra payments, even if you just give them an extra $500 a month. All that adds up.
How many people really do write off the interest, though? I mean, the minimum deduction is $28,000.
I don't know. You know, Bobby, I couldn't tell you that. I couldn't tell you that at all. I got a guy.
You got a guy?
I got a guy. I bring him all my stuff.
My dude in Chicago.
He sends me back stuff saying, here, sign,
Here
and
go.
this is what's going to happen. And that's it. I couldn't tell you what the numbers are for
The last word that you got, what's the current interest rate?
6.5. Give or take a tenth, you know.
Yeah.
But right
Six
in
and
there.
a little bit?
Yeah, six and
some?
Six and some, more than a little bit.
There you go.
Yeah.
Let's look at some numbers. We'll come back and visit about some other things.
This week in real estate, there were 45 new listings came on the market, 3 commercial properties, a campground, a resort. So some of the recreational things are starting to come up, and you know, if you've ever thought about that type of life, that was what we thought originally when we came down. But a campground, resort, and another 12 parcels of land, but 30 homes came on the market. They ranged in price from $39,000 to $675,000. 8 of those are taken backups. Average price coming onto the market this week was $223,000. There were 27. Whoa! Come back here, you. What did you do? 27 sales, 0 commercial properties, 3 parcels of land. We're going to end up redoing this whole thing. 24 homes sold. They range in price from $30,000 to $850,000. Average sale price this week was $257,000. 91 days on market, with $6 million in residential real estate closing this week. So not for other places where the market's getting crushed, we're doing okay. 14 properties expired, 15 net price changes, and there's 92 pendings in April. I mean, that's like summer numbers. They have that many. Currently, there's 208 homes listed on the MLS, so we picked up 4 from last week. Year to date, for 2023, there's been 270 homes have sold for $59 million. Average sale price is $221,000 with 93 days on market. Last year, there had been 365 homes that sold for $80 million. It's 95 more homes sold last year than this year, and that's partly the interest rates would take a little dip, and people are jumping and get themselves locked in and buy stuff. It's just a matter of having enough homes to buy is really what it's about. Average sale price last year was $221 also, with 93 days on market. So there's similarities in there as far as the price and time on market. There was more of them sold last year. A lot of that was earlier, like January stuff, where they had contracts went in November, December. They bought them in January because the rates were starting. They weren't jumping quite as high as they ended up getting later in the year, and that'll slow things down a little bit. And interest rates are going to stay as a factor, and as far as the cost of the home, and I've seen some different cost debt to income ratio. They're looking at changing some of that along with these fees, and it just we've been through this twice. When we first got here in 2005, when we had the kind of recession, then it kind of slowed down, and then again in 10, 11, 12, same thing. You want to help people. I understand that. There's got to be better programs to do that than, especially not punishing people. That's really wrong. Well, if you want to help people to buy a home and get into the housing market, I'm sure there's better ways that could be done than it used to be. If you had an FHA loan, you had to go to class, and you had to learn how to look for things, leaks in the plumbing and electrical outlets that were wonky and things like that. And it was a whole different inspection process. When the wheels came off in 2008, then all of that stuff seemed to go, and that was when they really needed it. was to have these programs to help people to buy homes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame what government doesn't do big projects like that well. It should be done more on the local and individual levels.
How many lonely signs do you have sitting at home looking for a place to be?
I got a few. In fact, I just got some new ones from Stacy, because the other ones were kind of worn out and kind of weather beaten. So I wanted to come into the spring with new signs, and we put a new sign up on a house on Saturday, on Saturday morning, and by Sunday afternoon, I had gone and put an under contract sign on it. So that's a good sign. It was a good sign. We petted that one. It's like good boy.
It was lonely. It needed a friend. Exactly. So you put it under contract with it.
Yep. So that's kind of cool. But
I'm sure it's still important to get pre-approved.
Oh yeah. Oh, you got to be pre-approved, and you got to know where you're going. I mean, I've been saying this for a long time. You need to know what's Plan B. Have you been to where it is you want to go? Have you priced the market there? Have you seen how the market is? Is it rising? Is it falling? Some markets are holding well like we are. Others, not so much. And so you need to see what the market is there, where you're going to be. Because if you think you can go back to where Mom used to live, I've never been there, but believe me, it's not the same as it was when the last time you were there. There isn't a neighborhood in this country that's the same as it was 20 years ago. Yeah, it just isn't.
Just crazy. If they're thinking about listing, they can get a hold of you at 870-405-0793. Don't go through and repaint all the rooms. Don't change the carpet. Don't change the laminate flooring. What do they need to do?
Don't take on projects. Have us come out, take a look, see what it is that needs to be done. Safety issues need to be corrected. But the cosmetic things, it's better for you to try to adjust it with price, come down a little bit from where you're thinking you should be, because if you go in and you paint the whole house and you've got thousands of dollars tied up, you're not going to get that money back. It just isn't going to happen. You're better to take a little less and not have to go through getting the house all painted and all the things that go with that. And I'm not trying to cut painters out of work, but just get things done, because the new guy's going to come in and they're going to go, why did they paint it this color? They should have painted it that color. And that's what we run into. Same thing with flooring. We've got a house that we talked to the people the other day, and look, just give them a credit at closing for carpet, because you don't know what it is they're going to want to put in here.
Yeah, give it to them if they ask for it.
Yeah, well, that's part of it too. If they say, hey, look, this carpet's really bad, we can offer you carpet credit. If they don't say nothing, say, well, okay, fine.
Yeah,
you're ahead. We don't volunteer people's money just for sport, because you want to use the high laminate. Scooter wants oak, this guy wants pine, this one wants shag carpet. You just don't know. No matter what you put in there, you're shrinking the appeal for something. Because people hate that. They go in and they'll see this brand new carpet in there, and they go, "Oh man, we could tear this up," and they hesitate.
Waste of money.
Right.
How do they get you?
Best thing to do: call my honey. She's at 870-405-0793. The website is retiretoarkansas.net. If you're thinking about selling your home, call us. It's a cry for business, not a cry for business, but a call for business, is one of the things that we've been working on. Because people, I was with a guy the other day, I see your show all the time. I hear you. I've been listening to you on the radio for 12 years. I've been listening to you on the radio. Yeah, we got a little house we just bought from over in wherever it was. And I says, really? I says, I don't recall being your agent. Oh, I know, I use so-and-so. I says, you understand that this is what we do every day when we're on the air, is we're here to help people buy and sell homes. We're realtors. This is what we do. So if you're thinking about coming on the market, give my honey a call, 870-405-0793.
This has been This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zdora. We'll be right back with Friday Sports.
Are you looking for the best barbecue in 2 states?
Holy smokes!
Want the meatiest fall-off-the-bone ribs?
Holy smokes!
The most tender and delicious pulled pork?
Holy smokes!
The tastiest brisket in the Ozarks?
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering is the only place you need to go. Dine in, carry out, and the best food for your next catered event.
Holy smokes!
We're your mountain home for great barbecue cooking.
Holy smokes!
A higher calling for your taste buds.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7. Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for Friday sports, and this morning we've got Coach Skyler King and his senior soccer players with us this morning. Coach, it's been a rough season.
It's we had we kind of had some momentum at different points. We started off, we won our first 5, found the back of the net a lot. Then we kind of had a rough little stretch where we lost 5, but since then we've played well. Outside of our trip to Russellville, the last game, we were at the 8th seed. We've climbed all the way back up to the 5th seed right now. Got a shot to get back in the state tournament. We've beat Alma at home. Then we went to Greenbrier, beat them for the first time, I think, since the 17-18 season.
Wow.
And then went on the road and beat Van Buren at their place after being down at halftime. Had Siloam at our place. We were 2-2 with them at half. So we've kind of we found something the last little bit where we've started playing better.
Got to dig for the win, and that's all right.
Got to dig for the win, and we were down 1-0 at halftime, and they scored 2 unanswered, and I think the go-ahead goal was in the last 5 minutes, and they were able to pull it out. So we've given ourselves an opportunity to get back in.
And tonight you're playing at home?
Yep, we're playing Greenwood at home this evening.
And then next Tuesday you'll play senior night at home as well?
Yes, against Greenbrier.
So there is still some hope to get into the state tournament, and that'll be exciting for you and the girls.
Yes, sir.
So, Coach, we've got 2 of your senior young ladies with you right now. Do you want to introduce them? We'll let Scooter adjust cameras, and then we'll come in and do that.
Go ahead.
Okay. We've got to the left of me right now, we've got Campbell Lance, and then we have Erin Rechtenwald. Campbell Lance she's played. This will be her 2nd season for us, and I guess Erin's as well. So
she's doubting that. What's that?
What?
What's that over there? That look that you give Coach?
No, I'm just I've been a part of the season, just as the manager, but yeah.
Campbell, how long you've only played 2 years?
Yes, sir. I want to play for 2 years.
What made you decide to play soccer?
Well, Tyler Blaisdell, actually. He told me in chemistry class one day, he was asking me if I wanted to try out, and I said yes. I've originally always played tennis, and so I thought, why not give soccer a shot? New coach, brand new team, but I'm glad I tried out. So
you like it?
I do, yes, sir.
What's your plans after high school?
So I plan to attend University of Central Arkansas to major in nursing.
Nursing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Erin, you've been the manager for 2 seasons?
Yes.
And what made you get involved in soccer?
It was actually the tennis players that were on, they were in soccer, and they just came up to me and they were like, you should try out for soccer. And then I just had some setbacks, but Coach, he was able to get me to stay on the team, and I'm glad I am because I've made a lot of connections that I wouldn't have if I wasn't on soccer.
But you play tennis?
Yes.
And what's your plans for after high school?
I plan to attend Arkansas State University of Mountain Home, so here, to study nursing. So.
And that new program that they have, is that a 4-year, just a 2-year? How does that work?
It's just a 2-year, and then you can go to a different college. It'll transfer somewhere else.
Good deal. Campbell, what's your highlight of the season that you can talk about up to this point?
That's hard.
Well, I was told to give you all the hard questions.
I know, that's a good question. There's been a lot of highlights, I think. It being senior year, that's one of it. But beating Van Buren was one of the biggest highlights, one of the biggest wins, I think, of this season for me. They swept us last year pretty hard, and they're pretty, it was just a really good team to beat, in my opinion. There was some tension, so.
Some tension.
There was some tension, so it felt pretty good to get that win.
I'll second that. That one felt pretty good.
Felt pretty good.
Aaron, what's your highlight for being involved in the soccer team?
I don't know. Just every time before a game, just being able to help out and just see everybody connecting. Because I can kind of see everything from like my own point of view. And I just see everybody just like growing as a team and new relationships being formed. And I don't know, I like that part of it.
You like that?
Yes.
Good. Ladies, I've got a little gift for you, a token of my appreciation for the dedication and hard work that y'all do on the field and off. And Campbell, this is for you.
Thank you.
And Lucy, Aaron, this is for you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You bet. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to bring on two more seniors. You're watching the Monday morning. This is not Monday, screw it. Friday morning sports on XL7-TV. Be back in just a minute.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Overhead Door, a garage door company that has been with your family from the beginning, through all the ups and downs of life. From the small repairs to making your vision a reality. Overhead Door, your trusted garage door expert since 1921. Be sure you're getting the genuine, the original overhead door service.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville.
Welcome back to Friday Sports on XL7-TV. Coach Skyler King is with me this morning, and he's got two more of his senior players with him. And Coach, if you'll introduce them.
Yep, we've got right next to me, we got Abby Chamberlain. Abby Chamberlain's played 3 years of high school soccer for Mountain Home. And then right next to her, we have senior Willow Larson, and she's played 2 years for Mountain Home, and then she played 1 year of soccer at Oregon, where she came to us from. So both 3 years of high school soccer combined.
What's the difference between Oregon soccer and Mountain Home soccer?
Oh, it's a big difference.
Really?
Yeah, where I came from, it was like really focused on soccer, so that was like the big sport in that town. And like, so they started from kids up, like everybody played, so it's a big difference.
You know, there's, I think right now they've got over 300 kids registered playing what I call spring soccer. It may not be spring soccer, but through the youth center and such. It's amazing because when I was in school here, back just right after the dinosaurs died, there was no such thing as soccer. Like, you maybe played recess time. Even back then they had recess even in high school. It was a break. Everybody broke it at the same time. And you might play a little sandlot soccer, but not anymore. It's all organized and everything.
It's really growing.
Yeah.
So 3 years of soccer in Mountain Home.
Yes, sir.
What's your highlight?
I'd say just like the relationships with everyone, especially like the underclassmen. It's really sad once you get to senior year and you've made so many relationships. So.
Friends are hard to give up, but you know you don't have to give
Yes.
them. There you go. What's your plans for after high school?
I'm going to ASU Mountain Home.
To do?
Elementary education.
Elementary education. Good. If you had to think of one thing at one game to share with people, what would it be?
I say we did the Batesville tournament and we won it last year, and then we went back into it this year. It was really fun last year, but it was really fun again this year. Even though we didn't win, we still like playing all day with the team.
Right.
It's
Just
really fun.
just having that opportunity to just be together the whole day and away
And we
from
got to stay the night before this year. We didn't get to do that last year.
Cool. Cool. How about you? What would you say would be your highlight of your season, or your couple of seasons with Mountain Home?
Honestly, just like being able to see all the underclassmen come in and go from like not ever touching a soccer ball to putting in really good varsity minutes. A lot of them do, and just watching all of them grow and start to love the sport as much as we do, and being able to be a part of that is really cool. So.
And what are your plans for after high school?
I'm going to go to ASUMH.
And to do what?
Special education.
Special education. What's drawing you girls to education? You didn't get enough of that for 12 years and you got to go back and teach it too?
I think I've really always wanted to be a teacher. My mom was going to be a teacher and then it didn't work out, so I always kind of wanted to follow into her footsteps of her not being able to.
Okay.
I've just always been drawn to it, and special education has always been something that's been like really cool to me, and being able to help those kids. And I've interned with them this year, and so that's just kind of reinforced my want to do that.
Is there a special area in that you want to go to? Is it?
Not really. I'll probably figure that out more as I go along with
As you go along?
Yeah.
Trip it right on through there. There you go. Put you on the spot. Who's your favorite senior player?
Aaron.
Yeah, Aaron.
Aaron. Gosh.
That might be most of our team's answer. Aaron does so much for our whole team that just goes so unnoticed. She's the last one off the bus after our crazy trips, and making sure everything's done. She makes sure we have water. She went and bought water cups for us one time this year because I'm awful and I forget that every place we ever go. And I mean, so most of our team's answer may actually be Aaron. So they're probably spot on with that.
Girls, let's talk about those long trips for just a minute. How hard is it to be a student athlete at Mountain Home, knowing that your shortest away game is Harrison, which is still over an hour on a bus, but your longest game could be as close as almost 4 hours on the bus, and then yet you turn around and come back to school the next day? How hard has that been on you?
I'd say pretty hard, but I feel like I've really gotten used to it since it's been my third year of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think other teams probably take for granted how close they are to their opponents.
Y'all don't have that opportunity.
I'm sorry.
How does it compare to where you were from in Oregon? Did y'all have to travel as far as you do here?
It wasn't as far, but a lot of us played travel soccer, and
Okay.
those games were pretty far away. So
what do you think about all the travel that you've done?
it's been hard, but yeah, we've gotten used to it, and the bus rides home are pretty fun usually, and it's brought us all closer, I think.
How does it affect your grade point average?
I don't.
Senior year it hasn't really, just because I don't have as many classes.
Yeah.
Last year was tougher.
Yeah.
Just having to push through it.
Makes it a little bit harder.
Definitely have to be more disciplined.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, girls, I've got a t-shirt for you all, just like we did the first bunch. And I think everybody else has the same size, so don't have to dig through these. So, Coach, if you'll pass those down.
Let's go down.
Thank you.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you for
much.
joining us this morning, taking a little bit of extra time out of your school day to be here. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in just a moment.
You know, Harry, I think you were right. I hate to say it.
Are you talking to me?
Yes, I think it is finally time for us to move out of this place. Someplace closer to the churches, doctors, someplace you don't have to mow a huge yard. It's time we downsize.
No, I've seen that hottest hotshot agent guy. He's got himself a bunch of listings.
Well, I talked to Grace, and she had some wonderful things to say about the Z team.
Oh yeah, we've heard them on the radio. You know, I checked out the website at retiredarkansas.net the other day. Didn't really look like they had a lot of listings.
They don't have a lot of listings because they sell them.
Well, maybe it's time for us to call the Z team. You know, Marge, I think maybe this time you were right.
Well, there's a first time for everything.
Call the Z team, Century 21 LeMac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East Mountain Home. 870-405-0793.
Hi, Brett, Fritz, and Paisley here at Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road. We sell Ferris zero-turn mowers that have patented coil spring suspension. Mower Warehouse has the largest selection of Ferris zero-turn mowers in stock. 0% financing available. We buy, sell, trade new and used mowers. Mower Warehouse also services all brands of mowers. We offer free delivery. Come see us for all your mower needs. That's Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road in Mountain Home, where your business is appreciated.
Welcome back to Friday Sports on XL7-TV. Coach Skyler King and Faith Pageant. I can introduce this one. I know her well. She doesn't realize it, but I've known her since she was really, really tiny. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. How long have you been playing soccer?
I've been playing for 4 years.
In school, but you played before that.
Yeah, I played 1 year before that.
Okay. And what brought you into the soccer world? What got your interest in playing soccer?
Actually, my best friend at the time, she had played soccer for a while, and so she finally convinced me to join the Twin Lakes team in the fall, and I actually played with some of our now freshmen, so it's kind of cool. But yeah, and I just played and I stuck with it, and
you
here
like
we are
it
now. Yeah.
I've asked the other ladies that were up in front of you, what is your highlight of your soccer career with Mountain Home?
Probably one of my favorite parts is just the summer camps that we do with the little kids. That's probably the biggest thing to me. And just also the way that like little kids look at us, because I'm working at Kidspiration this year, and so whenever I like tell my kids at the end of the day like I have to leave to go to soccer practice, like they become really aware like soccer, and they think it's so cool. And even some of them have started playing with the like you said, like the youth center, and so yeah.
Did you ever think you'd be a role model like that?
No, I never saw myself playing soccer when I was younger. I never would have pictured me playing.
So the questions have been, what do you plan on doing after high school?
I'm going to attend the University of Arkansas, and I'm going to go into occupational therapy and specialize in special needs kids.
There you go. Hence the job at Kidspiration.
Yes, I love it.
There you go. Coach, what can you say about all 5 of these girls?
I look at all 5 of them, and I'm just really proud of each one of them for everything they bring to the team. They all bring something different, but they've all got great personalities. They've been great to these younger kids that we have, because I think it was just like Willow was saying, a lot of the girls that we have on this team haven't touched a soccer ball before, and they've understood that, and they've been great. They've all had to go through. They've each had different experiences, different things like that, different roles on the team, and they're just. I tell you, I'm not looking forward to when the final game ends, sending them off. I'm hoping that we can make the state tournament and kind of prolong that a little bit, because it'll be hard to watch all 5 of them leave.
Senior night is coming up next Tuesday, May the 2nd. That should be. It's going to be a hard game. It's going to be a game that you're going to want to win and have to win. But watching those young ladies come across with their parents, that's going to be hard on you.
Yeah,
just warning you.
Senior nights are always kind of bittersweet. It's the kind of closing a chapter for them and for us as a team, but it's also opening the bigger chapter for the rest of their lives, and it's a fun night. I enjoy it every night, but it's always kind of an emotional night every night, just because you've been through so much together.
Girls, come back up here. All of y'all come on back up. You'll stay where you are.
Okay.
I've got a We're just going to kind of group you all back in here. I know I'm throwing Scooter off a little bit, but we're going to let y'all stand in here with us. Scooter will make some adjustments and get everybody on. Because I've got one question that's kind of a little bit different. Here we go. So, girls, Coach King, since he's been involved in the soccer program, has put on these team camps. I want to know what your feedback is about the team camps. What do you think about those team camps?
I think it's a really good opportunity for...
Talk up a little bit because you don't have a mic in front of you. Go ahead.
I think it's a really good opportunity for people in our community to see what soccer is all about and see that it's important to start from a young age and get people more involved in it so that when they come up into high school soccer, it's not just people who've never touched a soccer ball. They have that experience, and then more people will start to join.
The rest of y'all feel about the same way?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Team building is very important because this group right here, Coach, will be a special group of young ladies for you to remember for years. Next year, I guarantee you, somewhere along the way, you're going to say, girls, the seniors last year did this.
Yes.
I promise you, right? I coached youth football for a long time, and you don't try to do that, but you do. You will compare this group of girls with last year's group of girls, and the year before that's group of girls, and next year it'll be the same thing. Ladies, you've done a great job, and we really appreciate you taking the time out and coming here this morning. Is there anything else that y'all would like to say? You got 3 more minutes if you'd like.
We've got one more shirt to hand out, too.
Oh, that's right.
I am glad to hear you say
You
that.
have to get a face shirt.
I mention former players a lot, and I think they think I'm crazy, and they're never going to realize that I'm going to be saying the same thing about them to other kids. And so I'm glad you said that. That way they know I'm not just the only one that does that.
There'll be some freshmen come in and it'll come up. You know, Faith Pageant used to do this way, or Kim Lance used to do it this way, or Willow did it this way, or this happened the other way. But it happens, and that's just the way it is. Girls, what else can you add to this broadcast this morning?
I think that Mountain Home Soccer has definitely improved over the last, since Coach King has been here. And we're really thankful for him, and especially me, because I've been here since freshman year, so through it all, COVID and all. And I think the last 2 years have been really the best that we've been able to experience. So I recommend Lady Baller Soccer to anyone who is even considering it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, because self-promotion is the way it works. And for you girls as a group of 5 together, talking to the underclassmen that may not have seen as much field time as you have this year, the freshmen right now may be saying, I don't get to play, so I'm not going to play. Well, you never know when you're going to peak, so don't quit now because you're cutting yourself short. If you're thinking about quitting, don't, because quitters never win and winners never quit. It's just the way it goes.
Absolutely.
So, Coach, anything else you'd like to add?
I don't. We're excited for Greenwood tonight at home, and we've got senior night Tuesday. Hopefully everybody can come out. This ceremony will be between the varsity girls and the varsity boys game, and then we'll play next Friday at Alma and hope our season can continue past that.
There you go. And it's all about getting into the state tournament.
Yep, we want to get in the big dance. So
where is it going to be held this year?
It'll be at Valley View.
Okay, so it's good. What are you doing to start prepping for next year? These young ladies will be gone. You've got a big group of juniors that are coming up, or do you have a small group of juniors?
Small group of juniors. Yes, small group of juniors. We've only got 3, but then we've got 11 sophomores and then 10 freshmen. So. Right now, we're just going through the season, trying to put all our energy into this, and then after we'll give them a little break, probably a much-needed break, and then we'll kind of get ready to gear towards next year. And
will you have a summer soccer camp?
Yes,
for
sir.
Potential 8th graders that want to play 9th grade.
Yes, and we'll do that. We'll do that for all ages, even as young as kindergarten. So, and we look forward to do that, and we invite the old ones to come back.
Yes.
Now you see, it's all on camera. So
yeah, so now they have to. So.
It's time for us to go. We thank y'all for joining us this morning. You've been watching Friday Sports on XL7-TV. See you Monday.